Hello everybody and welcome to Lunar Coding. My name is Louis, your host, and today we'll be going over the part 3 of basic HTML tags. So today, well, firstly I would like to show you, like, obviously you can see I've edited the website a bit. So just basically that's some CSS style in there, just to align the text, which we'll go over more lately, and obviously some CSS on the picture. Obviously you can see it's fine, the caption, everything. We'll go through that at a later stage. Today we'll be focusing on this right here, the table. Now, as you can see there, we have the table tag, which is our basic declaration that, okay, this is a table. So when you think of tables, you think of columns and you think of rows. So this declares your table itself, like the outline, the main table. Then TR defines your table row. Now your table row is declared like this. This is the first row, TR, and this over here is second row, right here. Now, a little mistake over there. There's our first row, there's our second row. And then inside that, we can see our two columns, or our cells in the table. So things to remember for HTML tables is that each row has its cells separately. So it's not, oh, this is a row, and then another row, and then another row, and then another row, and then another row, and then boom, this is the column, this is the column. No. You will have the row, and then the cells, which goes in the column of that row. As you can see, this is a table with two cells in it. So in other words, the column is 2 cells long, sorry, and the row, it has 2 rows. So it's a basic 4x4 table. Now, as you can see at the moment, this table is not visible to us. So we're going to go into the opening tag right over here, and we're going to add some styling to it, or not styling, well, we would say properties to it. So the properties of this table, we want to set the width of the table to 500 pixels, the height of the table to 400 pixels, and the border to 2 pixels. So if we move over here, there we can see right there is our 4x4 table. I will add the line in elements in later on for future episodes, because we're going to go over that in CSS. This is just basic properties in HTML. I feel that everything else, like most of the styling of the website, should be done in CSS. So obviously we'll be going through that then. So then now we would like to, let's add some info into our table. So I will go add some info quickly. I'm just going to cut the video quickly so I can add the info, and we'll come back and chat about it. So there we go. So there we have entered the information into our table. So now I'd like to see how you would enter the information. So firstly, this over here is just, I added another column basically, which spans across 2 columns to add a heading to the thing. So my table has information on dog breeds and sizes. So this over here, this TD is declaring the column obviously, and then col span is declaring the span of the columns. So in other words, it spans over 2 columns, and then this is just aligning the text in the center. This right there is the text, which is going to go into the column. So basically between the 2 TD tags, the text that's what lies there. Now I'd like to take a look at this. TR obviously being the horizontal now, and TD obviously being the vertical. So as you can see right here, TD, 2 TDs in here. So TR, we declared TR, the first TR, which is this row right there. The second TR, that row right there, and the third TR, that row right there. Now inside those TRs, we have the first TD, which is the first column, and the second one, which is the second column. So that is basically the structure you need to remember of how the column works. So the first row, and then, so that's the first row, and everything that's in there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. throughout the columns, in the order obviously in which it's placed. And that is basically that on tables. That is all you need to know about tables right there for basic school syllabus. Obviously, when we get into CSS and more responsive web designing and formatting, there will be more background colors of tables, different cell sizes, etc. But for the basics, this is all you need to know about tables. Thank you for watching. If you like what you're seeing, Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and please stay tuned for future videos. In the next video, we'll be going through HTML5 Forms, which is no longer the part of the school syllabus. You don't need to know forms for the school syllabus. You don't need to know input. And well, then again, they could change it next year. But from the school syllabus from this year and previously, you don't need to know HTML5, such as input and that. So please, if you like what you've seen, subscribe, come back, watch more. And basically, from the next episode onwards, we'll start doing the HTML5 and responsive web development. Thank you. This has been Louis from Luna Coding.